fan of the Hauraki Big Show podcast? Make sure you check out more from Jase, Mike and Keyzie on their Instagram at Hauraki Big Show, or tune in to them 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, mate. Good stuff, eh?
Yeah.
Hey, we're at Good George in Frankton at the moment, just setting up for
Hamilton,
the live
isn't
show.
it?
It is in Hamilton.
Yeah.
Just setting up. No one here yet at the moment, Nogi.
No, there was heaps of people when we got here, but when we came in, everybody left.
Yeah. That's what's sort of worrying me slightly.
But beautiful. We've been here before, obviously. We've had one of these occasions about 6 months ago for the last field days, and it's a converted church. They spent a few bob on it. Am I hearing myself out loud?
Yeah, I'm hearing you out
I'm
loud.
hearing myself on the speakers.
Are you coming through the speakers, are you?
Oh,
Can you turn it off? Cheers.
There
I'm
we
start
go.
bagging them, and I don't want them to hear me.
Yeah.
And but it is it's a lovely church. The old school sort of heaters up on the wall there, where you pull the string and the couple of elements light up.
Yeah.
They're a good radiating heater, those ones.
Totally
I don't know if
they
they're
are.
very good on power, but they're effective. You always feel it, like you're like, oh, jeez. It's
quite directional, isn't it?
Yeah. You know what I'm finding really triggering, actually, is because you mentioned that the fact that it's a converted old church with the lovely stained glass windows there, Muggy, and the sun pouring in, and they've got shelves and shelves of hard liquor.
Oh, they do.
With the sun just sparkling off them, and it's just, I find it quite triggering.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you've got your beautiful bottles of gin and voddy and all sorts going on there, and I'm like a sort of magpie just fluttering around desperately sort of wanting to crack one of those bastards. You know what I'm saying?
I do hear what you're saying, yeah. And it's when you come to these sorts of places as well, you've got free reign. What do you want? Whatever you want, boys, just let us know. And of course, we're not drinking, so that means it's it's wasted on us.
Yeah, it's the irony of that, you know, given my early drinking days and how much I love my piss, it's quite painful.
Well, you and I would be in prison if we had done this in our 20s.
Yeah.
It'd be no good.
I reckon I would have lasted about probably 4 months in the job.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
At best.
Yeah, but what they have got here is a kitchen as well. And I see the dish of the week, standard pub sort of fare here: braised beef brisket, served on vanilla kumara mash, wilted spinach and dew, $42.
40. Oh, wow. I didn't
Sounds
see that.
good to me,
Yeah, it's
man.
good eating,
They got
man.
some nice non-alcoholic beers here, so I've heard, that'll be available to us.
Yeah, but we had a zero.
I'll be honest
here.
with you, man. I don't see the point.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you too. Purely to be polite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, we had one when we came here last time, but it was summer.
Yes.
And I feel like it was warm, but it's pretty warm today. But again, it's just like, wow, that's just probably going to make me want to drink.
Yeah, but one just you and me and our massive drinking issues. But on the other side of that, though, you know, the plus side, of course, we do get free food.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm looking forward to just humming into the menu.
Yeah, the
here
coffee
and
there
stuff.
as well.
Yeah,
I got a little
coffee.
mochaccino, actually, Jase.
Oh, God. It's
quite
just
yum.
It's embarrassing. How do we feel about the field days, boys?
I had a blast. Yeah, it was my first one ever. First time doing this with you guys as well. It was,
And
a
I have
ripper day.
to say, Pugs, Spare Keyzie, you stood out like the proverbial dog's balls.
What was it
in
that
your
made me stand out,
Well, your
Jase?
suit and your top hat.
Yeah. Well, you did tell me to bring it. I kind of thought,
Yeah.
That was the go.
dress
It is
for
a
your
weird
best.
sort of a setup. I'd like to see it without any of the setup there because it's got roads.
It does, yeah.
It's got, tar sealed roads out there because you think, oh, it's just a field, but of course it's not. It's got roads on it. So I wonder what they do with it the rest of the time. Just make a mint off it, eh? For a few days a year.
Yeah, I reckon they make $1
Other than that, they
million.
just leave it.
Logistical nightmare, but no, it is good to
That was
get out in the field days and, you know, meet up with the backbones
huge,
around the
though,
country.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Huge compared to the last time.
Oh,
we
yeah,
were
massive,
there.
massive.
Yeah, the amount of cars that, the amount of 4x4s that were out there where, probably one person arrived in each car.
Yes.
Maximum two. And God, in the thousands of cars. Jesus.
Yeah. Millions, I would say. But, yeah, no, it was certainly good.
Nice drive down.
It was a nice
We're
drive.
probably not going to get to this on the show proper, but beautiful foggy bastard.
Oh,
it
she was as
today.
foggy as
A foggy
all go get
bastard,
out.
yeah.
And I have to say, I actually have to commend you, Pugs. Pretty good driving, I thought, there,
Not
Mogi.
bad.
thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I mean,
No,
you stayed in the speed limit, but it didn't feel like you were crawling like the last time we drove with you.
Does it have cruise control, man?
I did look for cruise control, but that was while I was driving, and I thought probably better to watch the road than look at
I
the
always
buttons
look
on
for
the
those
steering
sorts
wheel in that
things,
sort
man.
of situation.
I would have been, if I was you, I'd have been driving with my knees and Googling where is cruise control.
And on TikTok on my phone. Yeah.
Totally.
But that sort of takes the pressure off because it's one of those cars, and it's the first time I've run into it, but it's a company car.
Yeah.
And so it actually sends an email if you go over the speed limit by 5 k's, is it?
I don't know if it's. I
think it's even less.
I hope it's more 5Ks or more.
Well,
because
you
there are
were
a couple
under
of
it. You were
moments.
under pretty
Well,
much.
For most of the time,
he was
there
sort
were a
of
couple of
averaging about
moments,
110.
The 110
On the
on the
110 part.
speed
Oh, is that
limit.
actually 110?
Yeah,
Yeah,
on the Hamilton,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
Hamilton
on
motorway.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
110.
Otherwise, I'd be
nice.
in the
You
ship
guys
of time.
okay with me driving us back?
Yeah.
totally.
I mean, I don't have my license.
No, I
but-
know you don't have your
Yeah,
license,
yeah,
but it's
but-
good for you to
We'll work
get some
on that.
practice.
Yeah, well, I
You've
just
gotta
want to
that
get some
done.
practice in before I sit my practical.
You're full, yeah.
No, but I'll
Yeah,
run
but
you through some hazards
The
while
thing
we do
about
it.
that, man, is I think it's not going to be as easy as you think. I think you're going to be you're going to be a nervous bastard for that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, a few steadiers, I'll be all right,
Yeah,
matey.
yeah.
Actually, funnily enough, one of my good mates was telling me because she had a restricted forever and sort of went, oh God, I better get onto it to get my full license.
Right.
And she said there was so much shit that she forgot that she failed the first time.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't do that.
No.
So I am feeling a little bit tense about it.
Yeah, well, the thing about it is if you do it when you're young, it's so close to when you read the road code.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't
Now-
have to set the road code again, do
No.
I?
No. All you have to do is just
no.
No.
although
The
that
big
would be
thing about
funny.
the full license
We should all
is
do the road code
pointing
again,
at
see how we go.
hazards, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that was weird, man. I remember
test
getting
you.
driven around. But what I did was when I sat because I was late doing mine as well.
Yeah.
I was 26 when I got my full.
Yeah, same. Well,
not
but
your full.
restricted. yeah.
But I was living but I went back to Levin and did it.
Right.
My full because it's so easy.
Yes.
There's no traffic.
Yeah.
Not not like Wellington where there's hills and tight roads and there's barely any room for one lane of traffic. So I went back there, but it was very odd. Like I got back. Went for and I think it's an hour-long drive now or something stupid. It's
Oh, no.
It is on a motorbike. A motorbike's an hour.
Because I know my daughter
Yeah.
did it just recently, or a little while ago. And she was about 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
all right.
If you
But
do
then
it on
I
a
got-
motorbike,
Did they make
do
you
they
parallel
ride
park?
bitch?
They go around with you, yeah. Parallel park? Yeah, you'll have to parallel park.
Really?
You're in deep shit. I'm telling you, man. I don't like your chances.
No, but
We're
I
going to
mean,
run odds on this. I think you're no chance.
Surely, if I've had my restricted for 10 odd years, surely they just go, okay.
They'll
well,
they think
he's
to
good as
themselves,
gold.
surely this bastard knows how to parallel park. So we
Yeah,
might as well
so we
have a look at
might
him.
as well not ask him. Yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie. The Hauraki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
But when I was driving around Levin, and then pulls over there and he goes, well, you didn't do this and you didn't do that and you didn't do the other thing. He said, so we got up to a roundabout. There was a roundabout on the other side, so directly on the other side of the road on the footpath, sort of on the corner, looking diagonally to my right, so from top left to bottom right. So what would that be? From 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock, if you're on a clock. There was a bench, park bench sort of styles, probably 8 metres off the road, and there was 2 elderly women, be in their late 80s, early 90s, sitting on there. And you have to drive along and you go, car coming out on my left-hand side, pedestrian on the left-hand side, cyclist coming up, somebody getting out of their car. You have to commentate all this shit. You'll be good at the commentary, but you'll sort of start talking about people's strides and things.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful day.
I just don't want to. I just want to be in the scenario where I do a Minogue and move it along, you dopey bastard.
Well, that would be funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, you effing son of a bee. Get out of my effing
Well,
way.
I was talking about the fact actually just before, that I've got really bad with my effing and jeffing in the car, so I'm going to have to keep that under control.
Yeah, for sure. But anyway, so he pulled me up for not identifying these 2 90-year-olds as potentially getting up off their seats and sprinting out onto the road. So he marked me down for that. It's like they couldn't have covered it.
What do you mean you have to identify? Do you literally have to do a commentary
you are
while you're
literally
driving?
driving
What could
along
happen,
and
yeah.
you are saying, there's a car coming out on my right-hand side. I'm aware of that.
Seriously?
100%. On my left-hand side, there's a pedestrian.
I
can
never
see
had that when
there's
I was driving.
Well, you've never set your full license. There's somebody you've got to say if somebody's about to get out of their car. You have to be looking at that. Like cyclists, absolutely everything. And if you miss it, that you get marked down.
Yeah.
I feel like you're setting me up.
Yeah, boy.
I feel like you're setting me up to go and do a cut.
Hoity J without a word of a lie.
Is that
Yeah.
well? When I sat my license, my restricted, there was none of that. But what I do remember is that I'd been sitting my restricted and I was about a minute into it, and the driving instructor said to me, two hands on the wheel would be a good start.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because I was just doing that. Just doing that stuff.
Yeah, I did it because I failed my first time. I failed my first time because I did a rolling stop at a stop sign.
You
got to come to a complete stop. And that was an instant fail. So he said, you might as well go back now. Then we got back there and he said, I think you should get lessons. It's like, mate, I've driven 100 metres. I'm not getting... He goes, well, I've got a mate that does lessons. If you give him a ring.
Oh, so it was just a big scheme.
A scam. And then I went back to this guy and he goes, did you go and see my mate and have some lessons? I was like, yeah, I hadn't. And he passed me.
Yeah.
So
right away?
No, I did the thing, but there was a couple of fuck up.
Okay.
I think it was,
Did you
it was a lot more chill when you did that.
Did you not get your licence till you were 26 because you were on the piss all the time? That was my reason.
It was
I don't want to be a driver.
I think I got my learners when I was 15 or 16. Right. And then everybody else got their licences, and I just never got to it. And then I was over in Aussie for 4 years, so...
But as your learners... So when you're doing your full... Is that different from your restricted?
Learners is paper. Restricted is
online
driving.
Test now.
And then it used to be, if you had your restricted for 2 years, you just automatically got your full, or 1 year. But now that's changed. But I don't know, do you have to do another practical to get your full?
Yes, from my understanding. From what I did was online on a computer for the learners, then a very hard restricted, and then the full was, like the restricted, less hard, but you have to commentate the hazards.
I've never genuinely, hand on heart, heard of commentating the hazards.
No, it's a goodie. Now, as I say, when I did it, that was 20 years ago.
Well, I'm half blind as well.
I know.
So,
look, man, it's stacked against you, brother.
Oh my God! Well, we should put a poll out there to see who believe whether I'm going to pass my practical.
Oh yeah,
we've definitely got to do that.
Okay, what does it say? This is what you got to do. Oh Jesus! Oh, straight away you're in trouble. It says drivers 25 or over. If you've completed an advanced driving course, you haven't. You must have held your restricted licence for at least 3 months. About 25 years for you?
Yeah.
At least 6 months. You've got to fill out a form, evidence of your identity, prove your eyesight meets the required standard.
Oh, my God.
Let the agent take your photo and signature. Present your approved course certificate if you've done it. Pay the full licence application and test fee. Okay, then pass the full licence practical test. The full licence practical test is a 30-minute test with a testing officer who will assess whether your driving is good enough to progress to the next level of driver licence. How good, mate. How good. What a proud day that'll be for your whānau.
My God.
For your whānau when you finally get your full licence.
Yeah, well, the irony is that all my girls have full licences. I'm the most unqualified driver in my family. Oh,
this is going to be magnificent. I think maybe we should all go through it.
Yes.
We'll do the learners,
do the test,
the written test, the whole lot.
I don't want to do the written test. I don't want to study. I just want to drive.
Oh, but I think we can sit it without it having any effect. But just to see how we go, between the three of us.
I could see massive fail there.
Currently, learner restricted and full licenses must be renewed every 10 years.
Yeah,
Where are you at?
Yeah, I might have.
Oh, might have let that lapse, brother. Jase has got no licence whatsoever. How good would it be if you had to start again?
Oh, no,
if you have to start from the start. I think that's the only thing. That's the only thing that's fair. It's a disgrace that you're out on our roads, man.
Surely not. That's what I'm worried about, is that I'd have to start it all again. I don't think so.
Nah. Right, how long's that?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, sure. Well, do you want a Keyzie word?
Yes.
Your Hauraki Big Show Keyzie word of the day is...
Licence.
Righto. Thanks, mate.